Alright, AP Physics 2 students, welcome back. Here we are again for another week of AP Physics 2, and the end is in sight. A little Back to the Future music there for you, because we're going to get to talk this week about something called flux. And if you've never watched the Back to the Future movies, you got to get on that. What are you doing? But the flux capacitor, a big part of that movie, and that's one of the things we will be talking about. They actually have nothing to do with each other, but I thought it was kind of fun. All right, here we go. Here's where we're at with things. First of all, let's rewind just a little bit on what you were doing last week. So we all got our quiz in over 19A. I have released those scores to you. You should go check your K-12 email if you haven't seen that already. You should be able to go in, look at the quiz. If you missed things, I wrote comments for you. Please reach out to me if you got any questions on anything that you missed on the quiz that you need some more help understanding there with the right-hand rule number 1. All right. Now you're into 19B, which is learning about right-hand rule number 2. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch the video that was up there from Thursday, do the lab from Friday about how basically current through a wire can create a magnetic field, right? So if I have current through a wire, that creates a magnetic field around the wire. That is using right-hand rule number 2 when you do that one, right? So that's the fingers curling one way or the other, okay? So remember, right-hand rule number 2 tells us nothing about forces, just tells us the direction of the magnetic field based on the current going through the wire, okay? If I need to know something about forces at all, then I need to go back and look at right-hand rule number 1 for that. Okay, so if you've watched the video, done the lab from Friday, 19-5, get that lab sent in to me as soon as you get it done. Then there's also homework for 19B. As soon as you get that done, get that into me as well. That's kind of really what I want you doing Monday, wrapping all that stuff up, okay? Tuesday, you've got a review that's up there. I would really encourage you to do it. It's optional in that I'm not going to collect it and grade it, but I put together a review for you. There's also one on the AP Classroom. Go look at those two. That'll get you ready for your quiz, which is going to be on Wednesday. So I'm trying to give you a little bit better of a pace here, not try to overwhelm you guys too much with too much stuff right now. But we want to wrap up 19B by Wednesday. So Wednesday will be quiz day, a lot like before, between 8 and noon or 1 and 4 p.m. Send me an email when you're ready to take that quiz, and then I will send you a link for it. Take the quiz. You got a half an hour to submit it once I send you the link, and let's get that knocked out on Wednesday. That'll be the end of 19B. Also Wednesday, after that, I would like for you to start jumping into 19C. You can do this really whenever you're ready. I will get the videos up ready. They're not quite yet, but I'll have them up there probably by Monday, ready to go. Maybe late afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Okay, but there'll be 2 lectures that you need to watch for Unit 19C on something called magnetic flux, induced EMF, which is an induced voltage and current that gets created from that magnetic flux, and then something called Lenz's law. All right, these are kind of difficult topics. We'll do the best we can to give them to you in a video format. The good news is I would say the likelihood that you're going to see a lot of that probably on this year's AP test might be kind of minimal. We'll have to see now that the AP test is a little bit shorter. Okay, then there's some 19C homework for you to work on as well. And then don't forget, we do have Easter break, okay? So I do want you guys shutting down here for a little while. So there's nothing to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or the next Monday. That's a 4-day break that you guys had coming to you. Definitely you need to take it. It's been kind of an odd stretch and a tough stretch here with doing all this e-learning. So definitely make sure you take that break. And then we'll wrap up 19C when you get back if you want to look ahead. But basically by next Wednesday, April 15th, tax day, or what used to be tax day. They moved it back now if you didn't pay attention to that earlier. Anyway, that's when we're going to be wrapping up Unit 19 and 19C, and at that point we will be done with all of our new material. There were a couple labs that we would typically have done. I'm going to have to put those on the back burner for now, just in the interest of time, and also in the interest of, quite frankly, they required some equipment that we needed in class that we just don't have. And it really wasn't going to work for me to try to video them and try to make you guys work through a video to understand the lab. So you're going to get the content, you just won't get a chance to practice it, which is unfortunate, part of this as well. All right, the last thing I want to talk about, let me scroll back up here, in case you have not seen already, okay? Sorry, I went a little bit too far. There we go. AP2 exam is now on Wednesday, May 13th, okay? That was announced on Friday, and so make sure you get that on your calendar. It'll be from 11 a.m. to noon, all right? So Wednesday, May 13th, 11 a.m. to noon is when you'll be taking your AP Physics exam for AP Physics 2. I've got some details here. I would encourage you to read through these, okay? These were released by the College Board on Friday, April 3rd. Look through this. It talks a little bit about the fact that there's going to be 2 free response questions on the AP2 physics exam. One's 25 minutes long, another one's 15 minutes long, okay? And just gives you some things about how those questions are going to be kind of segmented out. So look through that. Let me know if you have any questions. They said they are going to release at least a practice version of the platform that you'll be taking the test on, so you'll get a chance to see what that looks like and how uploading your answer and things like that is going to work out. You are going to have the option of either typing your answer out or writing it on a piece of paper and taking a picture of it to upload it. So we'll talk about more of that stuff as we get closer to the AP exam. But make sure you look through those details. There's also a link here if you haven't seen this as well when it shows when all the AP tests are. So if you have other AP tests, you can certainly look at that as well. And there's other information on there. So make sure you check out those things as well. As always, don't be afraid to reach out if you got any questions, need any help with anything. But let's wrap up 19B. I will also be doing the Google Meets again here, and I'll just kind of turn those on during the day. So feel free to hop on if you got any questions or if you just want to say hi and interact at all. I'll try to leave those open for most of the day, and I can certainly help you out that way too. But we'll get 19B wrapped up this week, quiz on Wednesday, and then start into 19C. See you guys.